All right, so we're going to jump right into it. So we have some interesting articles and reports and stats coming out. So the question is, are we looking at a housing bubble collapse? That's what everyone's wondering, right? And it has been wondering for a while. So you need three elements for that. Historically, we've seen that you need three elements. You need an economic downturn, higher rates, and lower demand. Now they're saying, I'm looking at a report here from insiders. And of course, you can go to the MBA, the Mortgage Brokers Association, and you can see that the demand has gone down. The demand is falling. Less people are applying for mortgages. So the demand is falling. That's the proof. There's an economic downturn. Well, yeah, inflation is at a high. And people were getting pounded. We're getting crushed by inflation. Higher gas prices, although they're starting to come down some. Things in general are higher. The inflation rate was, I think, at 8.1. And we have the second one, higher rates. Okay. Now, here's what's interesting with NARS, the National Association of Real Estate. The pending home sales. Okay, what a pending home sales is, a house goes up for sale. A potential buyer comes and puts in an offer. The seller accepts that offer. That is qualified as a pending home sale. Okay, so the number of pending home sales has decreased. Okay, we can go and see that right up here. Boom. This is straight from the National Association of Realtors right here. Pending sales fell for a fifth consecutive month, down 1.2 in March from February. Okay. If you're in the Northeast, you're lucky. It rose. But in all the other three regions, it fell. All right. And here are some of the predictions. The falling contract signings imply multiple offers will soon dissipate. So the days of multiple offers will soon dissipate. It's going to normalize. The aspirations for people to purchase a home remains high. People want to buy a home, mainly because rents are going up. So the mortgages for those who own rental properties are going up too. So that means rents are going up. So that's a further incentive for renters to convert into buyers to buy a property. So people would ask the question, why would you want to buy a property when the values of the properties may or can potentially decrease in this market? Well, down here, strong rental growth, nonetheless, will lead to a boom in multifamily housing starts with more than 20%. So there's going to be they're expecting a 20% growth in multifamily housing starts, simply being driven from the strong rental rates. The rent is going up. And so as the rent goes up, people are like, why should I pay all this rent when I could be paying this into a house note, a mortgage, and putting money in my pocket through the equity, all right? So people are going that. He gives predictions for the unemployment rates. I won't go into that. So pending home sales. Okay, so month over month, the pending home sales grew 4.0% to 89.3 in March, a 9.3% fall from over a year ago. Okay, so month over month in the Northwest, the PHSI grew 4.0%, which is up to 89.3 in March, a 9.2% fall from a year ago. In the Midwest, right, the same index dropped 6.1% last month and is down 4.8% from March. Pending home sales transactions in the South decreased 0.9%, an index of 125 in March, down 9.5 from March 2021. Okay, so, and then they give what the index is based on. So how to explain this? The decline of home sales in different regions seems to be declining at different rates. There's no nationwide decline. It's declining at different rates in different regions, which is understandable. You know, different regions have different demands and, you know, different things going on. In Fortune magazine, they looked at CoreLogic, which again, I mentioned several times. They put out data on home price index. They track the home costs over year to year, month to month, right, week to week. So they put out this data, and they were saying that they're expecting a decrease or sort of a leveling off of the prices, where they will decrease some, level off, right? Yet there will still be some growth in the home prices. It just will not be at the same rate that we've seen in the past few months with this seller's market. The demand will still be there. It's just going to decrease and will not be at the same rate as we have seen. If you look at these statistics and these reports, you can get a clear picture of what's going on and constantly monitor them. Because remember, the market is a dynamically changing entity, and projections are just that, projections, right? They're attempts to look into the future and say, hey, because X, Y, and Z is happening now, in the future, this will happen. They're projections, okay? None of this is written in stone. We have to see what happens day to day to day to day. That's why we sort of keep our attention on the market. All right, so hit the like button, subscribe, post your questions, okay, in your comments. I want to hear from you. See you in the next video.